Ladies and gentlemen, the Steam Summer Sale is in full swing all the way up until the 11th. Yeah, the 11th is when everything all wraps up. And back when I was a much bigger PC gamer, this was a big deal for me. And this was also during the time when Steam used to have rotating 8-hour like highlight sales and stuff like that. It's been years ago at this point in time, but that's when, I ended up, bolstering the numbers of my Steam account, and now I have just about or over 1,000 games that are on it that I'll never play all of them, from AAAs down to little indies and all that stuff. But yeah, this is a time a long ago, 2014, probably all the way up until 2016, when there was just something that ended up happening and totally killing all the creativity in entertainment space. And well, it kind of ended up really manifesting earlier this year with the release of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and it being a resounding success on social media in regards to conversation. And it's kind of crazy, right? Because this game launched February 2nd, right? And oh boy, if you cast your minds back to that time, she sure was a fun topic to discuss. But as somebody who is a veteran of the Steam sales, normally have a game that released in the past 6 months, you wouldn't see such titles being included in the sale. Or if you did, it would be 5 or 10% off. It'd just be something to entice you to check out one of the new games. You wouldn't see something this heavily discounted. That's hilarious, man. And the fact that they're still charging $89.99 for full price on this one, okay. Canada has goofed up pricing structures for most games, hence why I don't buy outside of Rebirth. I think the last AAA game that I bought at full price was Mario Golf. I know, man, it's crazy. It's crazy times. But anyways, I can't recall the last time I see a game this new, 70% discount. Oof. And here's the thing, man, okay, with this going on, and I forget when the Steam sale started, 27th of June or something like that. Okay, so people have had the opportunity to go ahead and, I don't know, get paid at the end of the month or something like that and buy the games that they wanted to on the Steam sale, and it hasn't done anything. Not a damn thing for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And it's so sad, right? Because it's not just the base game anymore, which was already terribly written with unlikable characters and an awful premise, but it was so original because, hey guys, what if the superheroes were bad? Ooh, that's great. It's wild. You should go ahead and run with that. And yeah, throw the insufferable Harley Quinn over the top of that, and other characters that just don't shut the fuck up during the game. Yeah, that's a winning combination. But hey, we'll just go ahead and drag out the corpse of Rocksteady Studios and go, hey guys, remember Arkham? Remember Arkham games? Remember Arkham Batman? Well, he's in this one and he's bad and he gets shot in the head by Harley Quinn. Don't you like that? Where's everybody going? Why is nobody buying our game? Why are peak concurrent players, peak all-time players 13,000, and how are we 6 months removed and there's only 538 people playing? Well, it's because you continue to trot out garbage like the Joker. And what about those leaks of, oh my god, they're gonna have gender ambiguous Mrs. Freeze in the game? You have got to be kidding me. And nope, the day of the end of the Steam sale, so go ahead guys, go ahead, buy now, 70% off, buy now. Okay, so then season 2 drops July 11th. You can go ahead and play Mrs. Freeze. Holy shit, they're dumb enough to go ahead with this, okay? After Warner Brothers says, yeah, we're not going to be dumping any more money into this cataclysmic failure, they're going to go ahead and, I don't know, snuff out any enthusiasm for this shit, any hope that this could potentially turn around. This is one of the biggest, and we already know that this cost Warner Brothers Gaming $200 million, effectively wiping out the profits that they made from the best-selling game of 2023, Hogwarts Legacy. It's amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. But Brainiac was right. Freeze is coming to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. See, when I see Freeze in the context of DC, I immediately hop to Arnold Schwarzenegger. So you guys end up getting a Mr. Freeze. That would have been so cool. Guys, the pun not intended. You could have had a Mr. Freeze and I actually would have drove some kind of interest into your game. But nah, we have to go with they them Freeze. We have to go with MX Freeze. My not wife with the bull dyke haircut. It's crazy. Let's see what PC Gamer has to say about this. 5 months after Brainiac let the secret slip, Rocksteady has confirmed the end of their studio that Mrs. Freeze will headline the second season of Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. That's right, not Mr. Freeze. Not something that would be, I don't know, interesting. No. We're going, Mrs. Freeze, Nora Freeze, the wife of DC's most chill bad guy. Wife. take your word for it. She was instrumental, yes, in the creation of her husband's supervillain persona. Her efforts to cryogenically freeze her until they could find a cure for the terminal illness led to a lab accident that turned him into Mr. Freeze. Yeah. She'll be a better, bigger, better, more important, more competent version of Mr. Freeze, and she probably had to kill him, put him out of his misery because, you know, he was just so insufferably white and male that, you know, he just couldn't go on. She just had to pick up the frozen mantle and carry it better than he ever could. A full character breakdown hasn't been shared yet, but we already know what it's going to be. Okay, endgame character may vary somewhat or completely from the history. Rather, oh yeah, like how it's the Joker wasn't quite the character. Yeah, most are familiar with. He's gay, you know. He's gay and lame. But yeah, if even you have PC gamer, okay, PC, not just talking about personal computer, but also talking about politically correct gamer. Personally, I would have preferred a straight lift of Otto Preminger, the one true Mr. Freeze. Now that would have been wild. Yes, it would have been wild, but look at all the stuff that you get this time around. Anyway, along with Mrs. Freeze, yes, the second season will include new gear, new sets, new maps, incursions, and of course, a new battle pass. Oh my god, it's going to be great, and literally dozens of people might play it. Second season of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League comes as the game continues to struggle. Fewer than 500 people are playing it right now on Steam. Well, we just looked at it. The abysmally low numbers that actually something of a bump in recent weeks. Through most of June, the concurrent player count remains stuck under 300. Well, yeah, okay, let's just go ahead and take a look. The past 3 months, oh brother, that's bad. Okay, you know, really hitting all-time lows around May, but that was before Joker came out, right? And then yeah, well, hey man, right at the beginning of the month, 500, and then oh yeah, no, more recently, because the game is 70% off, 600 people checked it out over the past weekend. That's kind of great. That sparked speculation that Warner Brothers will pull the plug on the whole thing. But in June, the publisher committed to finishing out the game's currently announced roadmap. That means 3 more seasons, including this one. Hey man, I love job security in regards to talking about video game controversies, because this shit is still hilarious. With 3 new playable characters. Just imagine, okay? Imagine if Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, for whatever reason, was a success. How insane would they ultimately get? Because we haven't seen the leaks for the rest of the seasons that are apparently bifurcated, so you're going to get a second part to the second season. There's supposed to be 3 more seasons after this. Yeah, full roadmap. Yeah, it's 3 more seasons. Yeah, including this one. So 2 more after this. So you're going to get another 5 characters, 5 doses of content. Just how crazy they are going to get. I wanted to see how much more disrespect they can throw at DC right now, at a point in time where they're just trying to bury this game for the failure that it is, in order to bolster up any sort of enthusiasm around James Gunn's Superman film. Which, yeah, the costume, I hate the color, it looks a little bit silly, but I don't know, David Cornsweet's probably not the worst actor that you could get for Superman, okay? But you also have to realize that film has to make $1 billion to break even, and he's got the poodle haircut as Clark Kent, so it's, oh my god, is he going to be busting for real? It's going to be turnt and lint, and he's going to be making Fortnite references. Like, DC's had an image problem for a long time, and it's very strange to think about that in the context of they have Superman and Batman, and they failed to capture any enthusiasm, any sort of success that Marvel generated during the high points of the superhero craze. It's crazy to think about that, just how wide open the video game space was too, because Marvel didn't really enter that space. And when they did, you had the Avengers, which was a 3-time success on Suicide Squad, and then they ended up closing within a year. So that should just go ahead and tell you how big of a failure this is, how much DC has been squandered, and how much of an ultimate backlash woke gaming has received from the actual players that are out there. I'm glad this has failed. I'm glad that they're exposing their most ludicrous propositions, so we know why these people don't deserve your trust. They don't deserve the benefit of the doubt, because they ultimately despise you. Didn't check out the previous video, okay? Had a post on Reddit where you have a professional, a game designer, come out and say that they hate your audience. And if that wasn't clear from the post, it was really driven home by the fact that they released this game and thought that people would buy it. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone. Bye.